Hey, what's up guys, Neroku is here, and I can almost guarantee that every single one of you that's in the Ark community, you're gonna be so happy after this video. Oh my god, you guys are gonna be freaking crying. In a good way, of course, in a good way. But real quick before we get into the video, guys, I just want to shout out the sponsor of today's video, which happens to be Neroku merch. Again, boys, I don't know, these guys just keep sponsoring us. But if you want to go check out some of my merch, we have so many different colors. Go ahead, first link in the description, go and cop some. I only ordered 50 and I believe there's only like 10 or so left, so make sure you guys go and check it out before it's all gone. But anyways, let's get back into the video. So if you remember the other day, I made a video talking about this, the Ark Community Crunch 177, and it talked about the excellent adventure that just came out. So this event is going to be going on for 2 weeks until April 30th. But anyways, when I got down to the bottom here, I noticed that they added in a bunch of stuff for the Ark Excellent Adventure, but then under that, they also released a little bit of like an update. So this whole update, oh my god, it had a lot of stuff inside of it, and everything that was in the update, it really was just fixing the game. For example, a lot of different exploits were fixed, a lot of crashing issues, the mana Garma, meshing was addressed, so many different things that the developers have been working on. So let's go ahead and read through and see exactly what's going to be coming to the PC, and then also we'll go over the Xbox afterward, and I believe they're pretty much the same thing. But anyways, let's go over PC first and see what is coming to this new update. So the first thing that they addressed is the mana Garma. So this thing has been in so many different updates recently because it's really broken, guys. Since Extinction was released, the mana Garma has had so many different issues. It randomly teleports places, it glitches left to right. Sometimes there are exploits and glitches with the frost breath. It's just really overpowered in general. So let's see what they had to do in this update to, make it a little bit more balanced. They said that they drastically reduced the frost breath range. Holy crap, thank god, guys. I don't know if you've ever seen PvP videos with the mana Garma, but pretty much these things can just like absolutely shoot just lines of these frost breath from really far away, and it does a lot of damage over time, especially if you have a lot of stamina. It also says that freezing stops at approximately the turret range, and the damage stops at approximately half the turret range. Holy frick, guys, they really did make this thing much more nerfed than before. They're just going after the frost breath here. In my opinion, this was much needed because these mana Garmas were becoming very overpowered in PvP. So they had some Primitive Plus stuff. Not many people play Primitive Plus, so if you guys want to pause the video and read through all of that, nothing really big, just small little fixes there. But now, the big thing, guys, meshing. Let's see what they did for meshing. There were holes fixed across Aberration, Extinction, Island, Ragnarok, Scorched Earth, and the Center. Every single map they fixed holes, guys. They are going after this meshing full force, and especially after what happened to HOD Gaming, he showed the developers how to mesh and they banned him. Like, what the frick, guys? But it looks like that these guys, the developers, are making a strong effort to fix all of the holes across the map so that people can't mesh as easy. Iteration on metrics, I have no clue what that means. You guys can let me know in the comments. Also, Desert Titan now requires line of sight to do melee or lightning damage. So this is a really big one right here. The reason why they added it to the meshing category is because this Desert Titan, it could literally do melee and lightning damage through the mesh. Like if there was a small cliff or a mountain in front of you and someone was on the other side, sometimes you could hit them. So they made sure to nerf that. And I know there's also one with the tech mech. I just saw it on YouTube. You can literally hit freaking people through the mesh with the tech mech. It's so overpowered, and hopefully they fix that too. But anyways, they also prevented the cryoing of Karkanos while they are carrying something. I'm not exactly sure how this has anything to do with the meshing. Wait a second. Yeah, I have no idea. But that's besides the point. So it looks like they are trying really hard, guys, to fix all the meshing. The biggest one here is they're just focusing on the holes across all the maps. And it's not like they're just focused on Ragnarok or Scorch. They're going for all of them. So finally, guys, maybe meshing will go away. Some updates to the environment. They added the bottom cap to mushroom trees on Aberration. They also fixed the Aberration surface damage gaps. They fixed the issue with blue mushrooms not allowing the Ankylo to harvest properly on Aberration, and they also moved 4 spawn points to be out of potential geography on the island. They also fixed the location where a player would become stuck on Extinction. So once again, there were a lot of environmental issues which were pretty much causing little glitches in the game, so they fixed both of these issues here, so they fixed all those issues, and they also moved some spawning points just to make sure that it wouldn't happen again. Nothing really big there with the environment, but now let's look at some of the exploits. So they fixed the exploit related to stacking physics impulses, also the Rockwell tentacles, the tech swords, and the fish baskets. So I'm not sure exactly what the tech sword fix was. There could have been a glitch or error with it. I'm not exactly sure. It was not that major, but if they are referring to the tech swords on the tech mech, which can literally swing through the mesh, then I am really glad that they fixed that exploit. I'm not exactly sure if that's the one that they're referring to, but hopefully it is, because that was a pretty bad exploit. So for the platform saddle, they did some updates to the unofficial server, so if you guys want to test that out, you can. And they also prevented the platform saddles counting towards the max turret limit. So maybe they're referring to cannons if you have like a cannon or something on a platform saddle. I'm not exactly sure what they mean here, because you can't put turrets or plants on platform saddles anymore unless you go in the settings and fix it on like PC or whatever. But anyways, let's go down to the taxidermy. So this wasn't that popular, and it was released with extinction, so let's see what they did to it. Now they properly supports the weapons on humans, and they also adjusted the Desert Titans dermy offset. Nothing really big there. And now the homestead update. So this was one of the recent updates that added in the S Plus feature. So the icon iteration, they also fixed LODs for tech triangle roof. They set up colorization for the fence foundation and also the wooden railing. So once again, just minor updates there. So the Kentrosaurus. So they added a hard clamp to damage reflection. So it looks like they're making the Kentrosaurus a little bit better. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to affect damage or anything, or if it's just like an animation change, but it looks like they are changing the Kentrosaurus a little bit. Hey, I mean, yo, it's a step, guys. We need TLC pass number 3, and they're finally updating something. I mean, it's not even close, but still, we want that TLC pass number 3. Alright, anyways, so the Equus, they fixed the preferred kibble for that. I know that it was a little bit messed up on my server, so I'm glad they fixed that. And also the GPS transponders. They fixed the transponders disappearing, and they placed the transponder node no longer scales up after restart. And it also looks like they did a follow-up to the mind wipe. So if you remember a few updates ago, I believe they changed the mind wipe tonic so that there is a 24-hour cooldown, and now it's not like some weird super long cooldown. So now it looks like, guys, you're gonna be able to see the updated description of the mind wipe, and it's reflecting the 24-hour cooldown, which they did update a little while ago. So now let's check out the cryopods. They did a little tiny bit of a nerf to them. What they did was they made all the cryosick dinos no longer able to attack. So that's a big one. If you have a dino that is cryosick, it looks like it's not going to be able to PvP as soon as you let it out anymore, guys. And it also looks like now there is the use of players in-game name in the tribe log. I don't really know what that means. Maybe if you like kill a cryopod or something, you'll see the name of the person who tamed it. I don't really know. But now let's look at the industrial cooker. It now supports pulling water from any connected No way. Yo! I'm sorry. I know that looks like such a little tiny minuscule update, but on my servers, I had an industrial cooker connected to freaking metal pipes, but it wasn't pulling out any water, so it looks like they finally made that happen, guys. And also, it never auto-activates when connected to water, blah, blah, blah. Now let's check out the extinction. They removed the global cuddle food list override array. Yo, sometimes when they put these things in the patch notes, like, no one's gonna know what that means, boys. You need to freaking let us noobs figure out what this means. And now for the turrets. They use fast turret targeting system automatically for anything moving faster than 300 centimeters a second. But also the sloped wooden wall, they adjusted the left slope wooden wall to fit better with attaching to a normal wall. And for C4, you can now place C4 near offline raid protection protected structures, except near foundations. Oh my god, this one is bad, boys. This one is bad. So now, think of this, right? You can go up to an offline rain protected base, go over to it, place C4 near it, and then wait for them to get online and then blow up their whole base. You can't place it near foundations, but it looks like you can blow in through the ceilings and stuff. So this is kind of gonna make, offline raid protection a little bit less useful, because now people are just gonna spam your base with C4 as soon as you log in. And also the dino leash. Dino leashes no longer can be placed near enemy foundations. And then the last thing here, LOD iteration for the Basilisk, Flak armor, and Ghillie armor. So that is pretty much it for the PC update, guys. A lot of things were just buffing and, you know, nerfing different things, and a lot of exploit fixes in that. So now let's check out Xbox and PS4 patch notes. I'm just gonna skim through it really quickly and see if there's anything really different. And by the looks of it, guys, they didn't really change up anything. There might be like one or two little things that are changed in here, but for the most part, it looks like everything is the same. So this big update, it should be out on console and PC right now. I'm not exactly sure. It was supposed to come out with the Excellent Adventure update, but they could have, you know, delayed it a little bit because Wildcard is fond of delaying things. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you haven't already, like I said, make sure you go check out my merch, boys. It is selling out so fast, and every single one of you that cops it, I have been writing like individual notes to each one of you, thanking you, and you know, I'm signing it and stuff. So make sure you guys go and cop some freaking merch. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you want to get updates on whenever I post a video. But anyways, I'll see you in my next video, hopefully tomorrow. Peace.